Today on the IMDb Show.
Paula Patton, the Super Troopers, and the cast of Superstore. Most people just go, "Can I go to school with you?"
Hey everyone, welcome to the IMDb Show. I'm Tim Cash.
And I'm Carrie Doherty, and it's Thursday, April 19th. We've got a super fun show today, but first I think we need to acknowledge that tomorrow is practically a holiday.
Not practically, it is. Tomorrow is 420 and people celebrate that as a holiday for many different reasons. What's your favorite movie to watch on 420?
Definitely Half-Baked.
Good choice.
Classic.
Yeah, it's what I'm talking about.
For me, 420 is all about a partnership, right? So you're thinking Harold and Kumar goes to White Castle, Bill and Ted, Tom and Jerry.
Well, and of course, Super Troopers, which is also one of my favorite stoner comedies.
Give me a liter of cola. A what?
Meow, you may not know this, Tim, but Super Troopers actually premiered at Sundance in 2001, and guess what?
Tell me.
The Broken Lizard guys have finally made a sequel to it.
Personally, I'd rather a moose.
And since they're definitely experts on the subject, we asked them what to watch on 420.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I actually, surprisingly, and I'm not like a big musical guy, but Singing in the Rain is a fantastic movie to watch. I'm singing in the rain. It is appealing to the senses in so many ways, and it's incredibly funny.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
I would go with Stone Cold, because that's just an action movie. It's full of cheesy stuff.
You gotta clean up on aisle 4.
Sweet hairdos, movie cliches, a lot of ass kicking, and also plot twists that you just don't see.
Long time no see, huh?
I would pick the greatest movie of all time, which is 48 Hours. Young Eddie Murphy.
You know what I mean?
Got like violence and action and him singing Roxanne.
I'm in the action world too. I go Die Hard. You know, one of the greatest villains of all time.
Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
This is very kind of you.
The one-liners are just so good in that movie. They're just so good.
Give me one line.
Yippee-ki-yay, MFer.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
I'd probably go with Caddyshack. To my heroes of Chevy Chase.
You take drugs, Danny?
Every day.
Good.
Bill Murray.
The crowd is just on its feet here. He's a Cinderella boy.
So many great performances, great lines.
Yep.
Hey, everybody! We're all gonna get laid!
When your first role ever is a memorable scene with Will Smith in Hitch, you set the bar pretty high. Thankfully, our guest today doesn't disappoint. She went on to star in the Oscar-winning Precious, join the IMF in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and now she's doing battle with a biker gang in Traffik. Hello, Paula Patton.
I saw the phone. I saw everything on the phone. I know. I wish you hadn't seen that. I can't give it to you. What do you mean? Yes, you can. It's more than you. Just give me the phone and let me go. Please, I have to go. You don't understand. I want to help you. Give me the phone!
It's great to have you here on the show.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your film, Traffik.
Yes.
This is not about the 101 freeway. What's this about?
Well, I mean, gosh, that's a big question, because what I love about it is that it sort of defies genre. You know, it begins like a love story, and the woman is troubled and she's not sure if she can commit, and then they go on this weekend with her man, and then everything changes.
Not looking for any trouble.
Trouble? Can't hold a polite conversation.
And then is the other element when you really find out what they've gotten themselves mixed up in, and that's human trafficking.
Right. What I loved about this is right at the end of the film, that's based on kind of true events. You put up two great statistics. 21 million victims of trafficking worldwide. 1.9 million people a year in the US alone. Why was it so important for you as a producer to make this movie?
I always say the most important thing is you want to be entertained, so that you can forget your life and be fully immersed in another world. I think that that's something us humans need. But then if you're able to, you know, like highlight something that people don't know about, you know, and open their hearts or their minds, that's what motivates me to get up and, you know, go to work every day.
In this movie, I thought what was phenomenal about your performance was just the range of emotion. When you're on set, so many people around you, how do you get yourself into those like heightened states of emotion?
I mean, you prepare before you go, in that you've been thinking about what maybe you'll draw on to find that. But at the end of the day, I think most actors, what I'll say myself, is that I have a well of emotions kind of living there. And what's hard for me in life is to try to just be neutral. So then you have a whole reservoir you can use for the movie.
Have we met?
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
There are secrets from any film that only members of the cast know about.
Right.
Give us a great piece of trivia for the IMDb Traffik trivia page.
So I'll tell you this, we have this crazy hot rod, and we are being chased.
Listen to me. Just hold on, all right?
They showed me what they were gonna do, this spin out move, and it's like right over a cliff. So I was like, well, I wanna be in the car. And of course the GP, Dante Spinotti, he was like, oh my God, of course get her in the car. If I could get a shot of her in the car. So it was such an adrenaline rush. I mean, this guy got in there and he whipped it. It was like better than a roller coaster.
Is there a character, you know, you could portray anyone you want? Is there someone you'd love to play?
You know who I'd love to play?
Go on.
Tiger Woods.
Paula Patton as Tiger Woods.
I mean, there's gonna come a time we're gonna wanna watch that movie.
I would definitely want to watch it right now.
And I wouldn't mind being him.
How's your golf swing?
You know, that's why we have coaches.
Gotcha. And stunt people.
And stunt people, exactly.
Paula, please stick around for a minute. Now, everyone has to work at something before they make it. So we talked to the cast of NBC's Superstore, which airs Thursdays, about what they had to do to pay the bills. And then we're gonna be back with Paula.
Okay, let's do this. Superstore is a show that's about a big box store.
And it follows the cavalcade of fun, quirky characters that both work and shop there.
And all the crazy things that happen within that world.
Lots of drama going on. Lots of laughs, too.
What has happened to this store?
Me. I happened. This is me. This is my fault. I opened the cage or whatever. I've never seen Jurassic Park.
What?
Okay.
Oh, have I worked retail?
Yes, I have worked plenty retail jobs.
Have I ever worked a retail job? Oh, honey.
I have never worked retail.
That doesn't surprise me at all that Ben has never worked a retail job. I don't think Ben's ever worked a job. He does very little work here as well.
I didn't actually do anything.
Exactly.
I worked at a Baskin-Robbins. That was the closest I came. But I was 14 and I got fired for giving ice cream away to all my friends, which is what a 14-year-old would do.
My worst survival job did not last very long. I'm gonna cut corners and I'm gonna phone it in. It was at a Dairy Queen. And I went in and I got trained for 3 hours. And at the end of the training, I took my free ice cream and then said, yeah, this isn't gonna work out for me, and I left.
You sound like children.
Right before I got my first real job in show business, I worked at a Canadian sort of coffee chain called The Second Cup. And it was one of my favorite jobs ever because, of course, as people come in the morning, you can try out your material.
You don't tell me what to do, okay? Because you're not my boss anymore.
For some reason, the main store set of our show smells like the store that I worked in when I was a teenager. We're such a whiner, sit down. When I walked in the first day, I was like, oh my God, it was like sense memory. I felt like I was going back to have to straighten shoes for 8 hours at a time, which I used to do for not enough money.
TGIF, right guys?
So Paula, you have had some amazing jobs alongside some of the biggest movie legends of all time. Here on the IMDb Show, we love games, so we married the two. And we decided to come up with this.
So what we're gonna do is ask you a series of questions about working with these actors, and you're going to answer by showing us which face best fits.
Okay.
So on it, we have got Mariah, no last name needed, from Precious.
Definitely not.
We have got Will Smith, who you worked with in Hitch.
Yes.
We've got Tom Cruise, who you worked with in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and Denzel, who you worked with in Two Guns and Deja Vu.
Okay.
Take this cube.
All right.
Okay, who's the funniest off camera?
Will, I'm the biggest fan. How funny are we talking?
Very funny and just very kind, just so open.
Get out.
Who works out the most on set?
King Tom!
I mean, this man, hard work is his middle name. He's really incredible, actually. I learned a lot from him.
Tom Cruise, great runner. He is one of the best on-screen runners I've ever
I'm a
seen.
competitor. I don't know, I was like, I'm gonna outrun this guy.
You're not gonna make it!
You're not helping.
Who were you most starstruck by on the first day?
Tom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And also, fun Tom fact, that kissing scene in Mission Impossible was a surprise to you.
It was 100% a surprise.
Right, you had no idea.
And I didn't have any mint gum or anything. I got mint for the second take.
I thought it went rather well.
Who's got the most swag off camera?
To be any one of these 4 people, you have to be so swagalicious. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give them all equal swag.
Well, like we're working together?
No, not like we're working.
Yeah.
No, like we're working in the same vicinity.
Together.
It's time now to take some questions from your fans on Twitter. Sure. Kerry's got the first one.
All right, let's do some fan Twitter questions.
Yes.
@TorgoDog wants to know, if you could act in a historical drama, in what time period would it take place?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun question. I think it would be fun to be in the 90s again, because I know all the young kids love the 90s.
90s
and I
fashion
lived
is back.
in the 90s.
Same.
So it'd be fun to like re-experience that.
Anna Sarden asks, what movie can you watch over and over without ever getting tired of?
It's called Sex and Lucia.
Okay.
And it's with Paz Vega. And it's a love story, and it's really sexy. I like that. She's riding on her bicycle, all cute with no bra on. And it's like...
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this one. Sold. On TV, in the movies, what are you looking forward to?
One is just a one-off. It's called The Gender Revolution. Katie Couric put it on, and she's perfect to like bring you this gender conversation.
What about your mom and dad? Do they call you Brian now?
They call me D.
Do you wish they'd call you Brian?
Yes.
It really helps people have more compassion and learn a lot. And then I loved this documentary series. It's called The Naked Truth. It's a great show that really delves more deeply in subjects that you already know about. I think that people need this kind of truth. I don't know, I feel like this is getting to the heart of it.
Kerry, what are you watching this weekend?
So Miranda July is an indie filmmaker that I've loved for years, and she is making a new heist movie. I'm very excited about that, and because of that movie, I'm gonna go back and rewatch Me and You and Everyone We Know, which was an indie darling that she made.
Okay.
And a really amazing movie with so many interesting characters.
I mean, what if I'm a killer of children?
Yeah, well, that would put a damper on things, wouldn't it?
Everybody's connected in some weird way, and you may not realize it.
Weird, you know, the fact that you bring up connections, one of my watch lists is gonna be Ghost Stories. It's about a paranormal investigator who basically spends his career debunking paranormal myths. He gets sent 3 inexplicable cases, and they're all connected to each other.
I don't want people looking at me and thinking that I'm mad.
No. 3 cases I couldn't explain. You go and investigate if you dare. Things are not always as they seem.
Paula, thank you so much for being here on the show. So much fun. Everyone at home, check out Traffik. It's out April 20th.
But before we go, head on over to imdb.com/show where you can rate the show and watch all of our previous episodes. They're awesome. You should check them out.
And to take us out, it's this week's Trailer.
How can I tell you if I'm in or I'm out without you telling me the first thing about what I might be in or out of?
This would be something dangerous and very exciting.
$16.5 million in each of your bank accounts 5 weeks from now.
That's a lot.
3 minutes. Open the vault now!
Oh, that's real nice. You don't want it?
No, I really do.
How do we know you're not cops? That's a good question. Cops can't do that. Sit down.
Combustion imminent? What does that mean? Ah!
It means fire, Robert.